Yes, you can actually do less inside of your business and make more money. Or another way to say it is make more without doing much more. Today's podcast episode is all about one specific game changer that I have helped hundreds right now. We're going to thousands of business owners to implement, myself included. And I cannot wait to share with you all these three very incredible principles to start applying inside of your business right now. Make sure you stay to the end of this podcast episode, because at the end, I'm going to talk about a unique opportunity where I go very deep into most of the most common business practices for any online business owner and how you can apply these techniques into your business starting today. So let's start with why I decided I wanted to talk about this today. I was thinking about what my gifts truly are. And let's be real, I am not a practical business coach. I am always learning new things about automation, about the practical pieces of finances, about how to market better. There are so many things that I am still very much learning as a business owner. Now, why is that? One, because it's just not my favorite thing. And two, because I really love studying how mindset, how we think about business, and the energetic principles, the laws of the universe, plus faith and your business, how those all actually intertwine. It's also because me as a person in general, a lot of times people call me lazy. And the truth is, if you were to talk to a lot of my friends and my family members, they would say that I'm actually not lazy. I think what it is that I'm one of those people that I can get a lot done really, really fast when I want to and when I decide to do that and when I'm motivated. And if I'm not motivated and I don't want to do it, I just won't do it. And I remember in high school that I would always be the last minute person to start studying for a test or an exam. And I also know that I have innate talent and capabilities to understand concepts quickly, and I have a very good short-term memory. I'm definitely not someone who has that photographic memory where you can read a page and know everything that's on the page. That is definitely not me. But I am someone who I can memorize something pretty quickly and regurgitate it. And I remember my sister was not very happy with me many times when we were growing up, because she would spend days beforehand being really smart, prepping for her exams and things of that nature, where I would literally prepare the day before. And I did fine. I did very, very well. I was ranked fourth. No, I was ranked salutatorian in my class up until my junior year. And then I dropped to number 4 my senior year because I stopped studying even more, as I knew that I already had a college I was going into. And I guess part of me didn't really see the point. And so, because of who I am as a human being, and because of how much I truly believe that mindset matters, and that grace is available, and that God is good. And this actually goes back into Proverbs, where it says that laziness of thought costs more than laziness of action. It's one thing to take action inside of your business, but it's another thing to do it the quickest, easiest, shortest way, the most cost-effective way. They're just two different pieces of operating your business. And I know that in American society, especially, and in other parts of the world too, we put a lot of emphasis on hard work, and we put a lot of emphasis on sacrifice. But I believe that it is love that allows us not to have to sacrifice so much. And we are meant to have a joyful and abundant life. And I believe also that hard work for the sake of hard work is not really what building a business is about, because the same amount of time and the same amount of effort could be spent on a different task that's easier, quicker, shorter, better outcome, more cost effective than if you just did one that's just about doing something for the sake of doing something. And my husband and I have a joke. There's this random video of some clowns in a circus, and the ringmaster says, do something, anything, even if it's wrong. And I feel like a lot of business owners would be more diligent if they would take and pause and ask God questions and for wisdom inside of their business before acting, to ask themselves what's the quickest, easiest, shortest way. So, with all that being said, one of the reasons that I have received better results than some of my peers in a shorter amount of time, and the reason why a lot of my clients receive better results than a lot of other people inside of the industry, is not because we're more special. It's not because we're more loved. It's not because we have more talents. And it's definitely because of God for sure. And it's definitely because we do the same actions, but there's three pieces of those actions that we do very different, much differently. And that's why this is a business game changer. Because, and I'll use the analogy today of, imagine someone going up to a baseball plate and they're going to try to hit a ball. There's a lot of business owners that are marketing, a lot of business owners who are doing sales calls, a lot of business owners are hiring and leading teams. Those practical pieces do not change for the most part, no matter what online business that you have. Any service-based business is going to involve marketing, social media marketing, paid and unpaid advertising, organic advertising, sales calls, offers. It's going to involve a lot of those same pieces. Just like any baseball player is going to have to go up to the plate and they're going to have to swing a bat. What makes a good baseball player and a not so good baseball player? Well, one is going to be just the knowledge and the skill, right? And that is, to a certain degree, those practical pieces of knowing what to do in those pieces. But the other piece is all of the hidden mindset strategies and the secret energies behind everything that you do in your business. And in my opinion, there's three pieces that are really, really important to share with all of you all today. And as I'm going through these, I encourage you to write these three pieces down and really ask yourself, how am I utilizing these three pieces inside of my business, with sales, with marketing, with my team, with everything that I am doing? Because it's really going to paint your business in a completely new and different light. And it's really going to serve you, and it's really going to help you in a really empowering and incredible way. So I turned my head, if you're watching on YouTube, so I can see what I wrote. So the first thing is, what is your faith in the action that you're taking? Someone posted on Facebook today, which was, you all keep waiting on God to do everything and to do all the work for you, and he's not going to do it for you. You got to do it. And you all know that I always say that God puts the worms out there, but you have to leave the nest. And so one of the things that's really important inside of your business for every practical piece is, do you have the faith to try new things? Do you have the faith to up level it? Do you have the faith, if we're using the baseball analogy, to actually just swing harder, to swing with positive expectation of good, to swing with everything that you have, all the energy that you have? Because I've said this before, but if you hit the ball and you halfway swing, you're not going to hit a home run. But when you swing with everything you got, you're much more likely to hit a home run. So the first piece is, determine how hard you're going to swing. What is your faith? Remember, faith is assurance of things hoped for, not yet seen. Assurance means a promise. It means you know and believe it before you actually take action toward it. That's the first thing. The second thing is, what is the energy behind your swing? The energy behind the action. Do you feel grateful? Do you feel supported? Do you feel eager and excited? Or do you feel bitter? Do you feel insecure? Do you feel angry? Do you feel resentful? A great example of this is when you are walking into a retail store and you're walking to a store that you know you can afford something versus one that is outside of your comfort zone of spending. The sales team can feel that energy without you ever saying a word. And it's no different than when you have a waiter and you go into a restaurant and you can tell the waiter who is present, eager, excited to serve you, versus someone who's bitter, angry, and resentful and not dialed in. And what I found is that with my clients and with myself, when I am dialed in with good energy, and remember, energy is just how you feel. How you feel is often determined by how you're thinking, which, if you're a faith-based business owner, it's all about, what are you affirming and believing about who God created you to be, how you're serving the world, why it matters, how God is supporting you. All of that creates your attitude, which is thoughts and feelings, and how you show up. And I remember when I was a store manager, assistant store manager for Kohl's department stores, and I had this really amazing supervisor, and she would say, that person has a tude, not a full-on attitude, but a tude. And I feel like oftentimes, because of KPIs, because of results, because of situations, circumstances outside of our control, we don't always have the best attitude. And attitude is really, I would say, an 80-90% component of the results you have in your business. Because have you ever seen a batter who swings and they have a horrible attitude? They're much more likely to strike out. Now, there is something to be said that when you become so much of an expert and so much professional, doesn't matter how you feel, you're still going to hit the ball. But we can all say that life is meant to be enjoyed. And when you show up for your work and you're enjoying the work that you do and you show up with a good attitude, the people on the other side can feel that, and it magnetizes them to you, magnetizes them to their work, magnetizes them to your world in a really powerful way. Now, the third piece that is a game changer for every practical piece inside of your business is the intention behind it, which is, who is this actually for? And one of the biggest pieces that I really had to start correlating inside of my business, and I'm still doing my best to do this because I have so much room to grow on this, is that everything is supposed to be to serve other people. If you are a leader, you are serving your team and you're serving your clients, and you're teaching your team how to serve your clients. And so every social media post, every training, every educational opportunity, your vendors, your partners, everything is supposed to be about using the talents and gifts that God has given you to bless other people in service. And by blessing others, you reap what you sow. And if you are a generous giver of your talents, a generous giver of your time, and a generous giver of your finances, it will be like paid back to you and come back to you. That's the law of cause and effect. That's the law of creation. These are universal laws and principles that you can find Bible verses to support that if you are a faith-based business owner. And there has been times where I have definitely had selfish intention inside of my business, and it was not from service. It was definitely to take and not to give. And one of the things that has been really, really important and put on my heart as I move forward into 2025 is to really focus on giving, to really focus on giving of my talents. And it doesn't mean I'm doing things for free. It means that I am doing things for free with the intention to give freely, and I'm giving more than people expect. And because I'm giving that, God is going to give me back in terms of the money and incredible clients and opportunities to just, as He's promised, as a thank you for me giving and being an outlet for love. And so for me, all three of those game changers are why my clients can do the same practical pieces inside of their business: sales calls, consultations, freebies, social media marketing, hiring, training. They do all those pieces, but they do it with different faith behind it. They do it with different energy, and they do it with different intention. And because all three of those are such huge factors in the results inside of your business, they just get much better results. They're not really doing anything more than what other people are doing. They might be doing, they get more done. I would say they get more done in less amount of time because they move through all that resistant energy and those resistant thoughts. And they get better results for what they do because they're doing it with heart-centered service. And I want to encourage all of you, if this is something that you want to explore in your business today, or if you're watching this podcast episode today, I am just now opening up what used to be called Badass Mindset Bootcamp, and now it is called Game Changer, and is all about these three pieces and every major practical piece inside of your business that nobody is actually talking about. And anybody who signs up today is also going to get that breakthrough blueprint at no additional cost. You save extra money through Friday for early bird special. And then next week, I'm actually going to do 3 different live new trainings on 3 new, not new pieces to many of you, but they're very new pieces to a lot of people inside of their business that they don't apply. And I'm really excited to talk about that. We're going to talk about overwhelm on one day and how God and co-creation really helps with that piece, that you don't have to build your business alone. On one day, we're going to talk all about gratitude, which I'm really, really excited about. And we're also going to talk about forgiveness. So I love you all so much. Make sure you look at my links down below for more information on those pieces. If you're watching this way after Game Changer has been released, you can sign up for the wait list for the next time that I release Game Changer. So I'll go ahead and leave that link down there below for you. But I love you all so much. I hope you are getting ready and excited for the holidays. I know I am. And I hope you have a beautiful day.